One of the smartest humans ever said, "Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication." Fast forward 500 years and it sounds like Da Vinci anticipated a modern trend, because brands from all industries are changing their logos. They take away details, use less colors and more streamlined shapes to make the logos look simpler and more sophisticated. But why is that? The Premier League stated their old logo was no longer suitable for the purpose. That's also true for Bayern Munich after the Second World War. That's an obvious one, but in general, why are football clubs changing their logos? Welcome to Athletic Interest. In this video, we will explore the roots of football badges, how a marketing deal led to a new Real Madrid logo, and why Liverpool was mad at Dunkin' Donuts. This video is presented by Top 11, a free-to-play football manager game on mobile. We are super excited about this partnership because we actually play the game ourselves, and this Top 11 season features a special event inspired by this very video. But more on that later. Did you know that there is a special language to describe football logos? Well, not exactly football logos, but their predecessors, the coat of arms. The language is called Blazon and has its own vocabulary, grammar and syntax. It's super complicated, not only because left is right and right is left in that language, so we're not going to deep dive into it. What's important is that these coat of arms usually feature symbols, patrons, Latin mottos, local landmarks and colors related to their hometown. And they are the base for most English football logos. It's a similar picture in Spain, where clubs liked to add crowns on top that trace back to the monarchy. At the same time, humorless Germans simply took the initials of their clubs and packaged them as logos. That's a brief breakdown of country-specific features in the football logo design. Besides the place, the time in history influences the look of logos. There's no other way to explain why Bayern Munich looked like this during the Nazi regime. In the post-war era, Germany played a more laudable role in the evolution of visual design when German and Swiss designers developed the international typographic style. Helvetica was born, today's go-to font for nearly everything. You use it every day on WhatsApp. And you're not alone. Some of the biggest brands use a simple sans-serif font as well. Here's a little test. Which brands do these logos belong to? Within the blink of an eye, you are able to recognize them, right? But a century ago, Pepsi looked like this. That's Mercedes, and Phil Knight wasn't even born. In essence, logos have become simpler. But why is that? We live in a brand culture. All these logos aim for your short attention span, to recognize and differentiate them from their competitors. Scan, filter, repeat. There's no time for details. Logos need to be clean, compact, and able to work on huge banners as well as on tiny smartphones. That's why so many brands remove the unnecessary details from their logos, such as profiles and shapes, text and colors. Facelifting the brand signals to everyone, we are fresh and modern, we're focusing on the essentials. But brands are more than just design. By only seeing that bitten apple, you probably started to associate emotions and memories, culture and values, a lifestyle. To trigger these feelings and create an emotional bond is kind of the holy grail in marketing. You choose a company and stick to it, probably your whole life. The same patterns goes for football clubs. It's not only Coca-Cola or Pepsi, it's also United or City. Manchester United is no longer a railway labourer club. In fact, the Red Devils are pioneers in transforming a local football club into a global brand. We've made a whole video about that topic, so make sure to check that out. Social media and the global coverage of Premier League matches offer clubs a worldwide marketing platform to reach out to new fans and sell products to broader consumer bases. But the old heritage-filled crests have little to do with modern concepts like revenue generation and marketing appeal. So clubs needed to act. Gone are colorful crests with complex patterns. The simplification also opened the door into the streetwear market of football clubs. Best known are PSG or Venezia. Shirts have become fashion items. Crests have become logos, and clubs have become global brands. That's also why Real Madrid has changed its logo in some parts of the world. They removed the Christian cross in order to sell clothes in the Middle East without upsetting the Muslim community. Clubs require a high level of visual identity, just as Juventus explained the need for rebranding. Design professionals liked the new logo. The fans, Not so much. A huge backlash from fans is a common thing when clubs decide to rebrand their logos. Modernization is the ultimate enemy of football traditionalists who love to live in the ifs and whens of the past. But "we've won the cup in '66" is still a valid argument for an Everton fan. Because they felt like tradition was trampled on. Like the day when Dunkin' Donuts replaced Liverpool's iconic flames with coffee cups. Football is losing its soul, say critics. Rebranded logos are definitely not the only reason for this development, but the easiest to notice. In 2020, Leeds United presented this new badge featuring a Leeds salute symbol. Fixing a thing that wasn't broken in the first place did not go down well with fans. 10,000s of people signed a petition to stop launching the logo, and were successful. At Everton, it took only 1 year to recognize the fans' disgust with the new logo before returning to the old one. Manchester City has found a trade-off. In a transparent process, the club developed a new logo that fits the demands of the marketing strategies, as well as honoring the club's history. Clubs working together with fans has actually become a binding rule of the English FA. If a club wishes to make a change to its club crest, it must undertake an extensive consultation process with supporters. Long before that rule, Fulham did something similar and found in a survey that only 14% of football supporters actually recognized their logo. So they decided to change it, only 1 week after this guy got his new tattoo. But even the biggest tattoo is reversible these days. So are trends in general. But are clubs really losing their soul? Or are they just adapting their identity to new global tasks? There are commercial reasons behind logo changes that totally make sense from a club's point of view. But get this, perhaps clubs don't develop brand new logos at all, but rather take inspiration from their predecessors. Not from the kitschy nostalgia of the 80s and 90s, but go a little further back in time and you notice some amazing similarities. The term traditional logo might be misleading, because this was Arsenal's logo in the 1930s. That's how Tottenham looked 60 years ago. And even Juventus has played with a very simplified logo for a whole decade already. Football logos always followed the trends of visual design. And design is a constant cycle of change and adoption, like hairstyles or fashion. For the World Wildlife Day in 2021, some English clubs removed the nature from their logos. To adapt to our times and raise awareness to protect wildlife, not to sell their soul. So maybe some changes are more of a trend than a tectonic shift. Times change, and so do club logos. So be careful when getting your next tattoo. One club that has mastered the art of logo design is Inter Miami. We made a whole video about it a year ago, and we even discussed the possibility of Messi moving there. And just like the story back then, this video is brought to you by our friends from Top 11. Top 11 is a free-to-play football management mobile game. You play against managers around the world, and there are a lot of them. Besides myself, yes, the speaker of this video, more than 260 million players worldwide have already played it. You can basically build your own team from scratch, like creating your own tactics, formation, building a stadium, jersey, emblem, and lots more. Every month there is a new season, and every day at least one match. But this is not the ordinary video sponsorship. This Top 11 season features a special event inspired by our exploration of club badges. Top 11 came up with 4 new teams to beat, all have their own badge and history. By beating them with your team, you will gain additional rewards. The Club Evolutions Challenge is live from the 18th to the 21st, so download Top 11 using the link below and get started.